Good morning, students. Now, today, we are going to discuss the last topic of important feature of solid catalyst. It was the part of the board examination this year in 2020, and that is shape selective catalysis. The catalytic action that depends upon the pore structure of the catalyst and the size of the reactants and product molecule is known as shape selective catalysis. So this was the question: define shape selective catalysis. Shape clearly shows its meaning here. The catalytic action which depends upon the pore structure of the catalyst, number one. And number two, size of the reactant and product molecules formed. So there are two factors in the definition. Number one is the pore structure of the catalyst, and number two is size of the reactants and products. So when we define the catalytic action of a catalyst depending upon the pore structure of the catalyst and the size of the reactant and the product, it is known as shape selective catalysis. Example is zeolite. Zeolite exhibits shape selective catalysis because of their honeycomb-like structure. Honeycomb-like structure is the only thing which enables the zeolite to act as shape selective catalyst. Where we see that three-dimensional network silicate in which some silicon atoms are replaced by aluminum atoms, giving ALOSI framework. They are found in nature as such and are also synthesized in the laboratories. Zeolites to be used as catalysts are heated in vacuum so as to push out molecules of hydration. The pore size in zeolites is generally ranges between 260 to 740 picometer. The catalytic activity of zeolites depends upon the size of cavities or pores present in them. Pores can trap only those molecules whose size is small enough to enter or leave the cavities. Bigger or larger molecules cannot enter the cavities. Thus, zeolites can act as molecular sieves or selective absorbents. Depending upon the size of reactants and products relative to the size of cavities and apertures of the zeolite, reactions proceed in a specific manner. Example, for direct conversion, in the direct conversion of alcohols into gasoline, ZSM5 is used as shape selective catalyst. ZSM stands for zeolite sieve of molecular porosity. Zeolite sieve of molecular porosity is the expansion of abbreviation ZSM number 5. So this is frequently used as shape selective catalyst. So this is all about your shape selective catalysis, which is already asked this year. It may be repeated because it is really very important. So another topic I'm going to pick, that is enzyme. So for this year, enzyme is important. And let us try to define enzyme catalyst. Enzymes are actually protein molecules of higher molecular mass and from colloidal solution in water. Enzymes are complex proteins. I'm repeating again. Enzymes are complex protein substances produced by living bodies which act as catalysts in physiological reactions. So these enzymes are also known as biochemical catalysts. So another name is given to this catalyst, enzymic catalyst, that is biochemical catalyst. There are numerous reactions which occur in the bodies of animals and plants to maintain the life processes are catalyzed by enzymes. Though enzymes are produced by living beings, they themselves are non-living and can act as catalysts even outside the living bodies. Certain examples of enzyme catalysis. Number one is inversion of cane sugar. C12H22O11, the aqueous solution of this can be converted into glucose and fructose in the presence of an enzyme known as invertase. Another example is conversion of glucose into ethyl alcohol. So when glucose is treated with another important enzyme, that is gymase, then a new product is obtained in this case, that is ethyl alcohol. So including these two reactions, we can call it as fermentation reaction, fermentation process. I mean to say, you have learned already in lower classes, when fermentation of bigger carbohydrate molecule takes place in absence of air but in the presence of certain enzymes, the final product obtained is ethyl alcohol. So this is one of the important commercial method for the manufacturing of ethyl alcohol. So these are the two steps. In step one, invertase is used as catalyst, which converts cane sugar into glucose and fructose. In another step, gymase is utilized as enzyme catalyst, which converts glucose into ethyl alcohol. Third example is conversion of maltose into glucose. Here maltose is dissolved in water and treated with maltose as a catalyst. Then glucose is obtained as final product. Next important example is in our stomach, the pepsin enzyme converts proteins into peptides, whereas in intestine, the pancreatic trypsin converts proteins into amino acids by hydrolysis. Another one more example is conversion of the conversion of milk into the curd is brought about by lactobacilli enzyme. That is conversion of milk into curd takes place another important enzyme catalyst, that is lactobacilli enzyme. So these all are important examples as far enzyme catalyst is concerned. Now let us try to understand a mechanism of enzyme activity. That is key and log mechanism. The well-defined diagram is given in NCERT. In NCERT, you can go through the page number 133. Page number may be different. The clear-cut diagram is given there related with mechanism of enzyme catalysis. There are a number of cavities present on the surface of colloidal particles of enzymes. These cavities of characteristic shape and possess active groups such as NH2, COOH, SH, OH, etc. These are the groups written by these active sites. These are actually the active centers, which I'm calling as sites, centers on the surface of enzyme particles. The molecules of the reactant, that is substrate, which have complementary shape, fit into these cavities just like a key fits into a lock. And because of this reason, we call this mechanism as key and lock mechanism. Key and lock mechanism, very important. So on account of the presence of active groups, an activated complex is formed, which then decomposes to give the final products. So in step 1, binding of enzyme to substrate, that is E plus S giving ES, that is activated complex, which splits into final product in step number 2, that is decomposition of the activated complex to form product. ES gives finally E and T. So this is all about your mechanism of enzyme catalyst. Highly important. Now my suggestion, dear students, keep on doing questions in text, that is 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, given on page number 133, and many more questions are given in exercise, that is page number 146. From there, you have to do from question number 1.5 to 5.10. That is 10 questions are given there. That those questions are to be done at your end when you are able to do after the revision of the topic discussed. Thank you.